Welcome back to my channel. You may be thinking, Carly, you look like a hot mess, and you would be correct. It's just been one of those mornings where it's not even morning anymore. It's almost 12 o'clock and I still look like this, but that's just real life right now. I almost went and got ready and got the house ready and did a few things before I started filming, but I was like, no, I really want this vlog to just be a few days in my normal day-to-day life, and I want to show up real. And so that is what today is, and that's why I started the vlog looking like this on purpose, because I'm like, no, this is actually what I look like today. All that to say, that's what this video is a real day in my life, a real few days in my life, but you already know that because you saw the title clicking on this video. It's Monday morning, or Monday lunchtime almost, and I have just been hanging out with my daughter. If you're new here, I have a 9-month-old daughter named Honey. We have just been hanging out, and she actually just woke up from her first nap of the day. During her nap, I have been editing a gallery. I actually don't know if I've shared that on YouTube, but I am a photographer, part-time photographer. So that is what I do. I have nothing planned this week, so I don't know where this video is gonna take us. I do have a few things I would love to get done today. One, I would love to finish and deliver that gallery I was talking about. So that's the main thing I would like to get done. I also really need to go to the grocery store and do a little bit of a house reset. I'm not a huge Sunday reset girl. I love to rest on the weekends, and weekend just be family time. So Mondays are a big house reset, but I'm really kind of constantly cleaning and constantly resetting. So the only things I like to get done in the house today is wash our sheets and clean our bathroom. That would be awesome. I ended up sitting down and finishing that gallery and getting it delivered before my walk because I couldn't help myself. And then I got hungry, so now I'm cooking a quick lunch, just some leftovers with an egg. And confession, I still need to get my daughter out of her pajamas. But that is just real life today. So as soon as I eat and get her changed, we're getting outside and going on a walk. I just finished at the grocery store, and let me just tell you, I love Publix. I love Publix so much because of the workers. They are so beyond kind. It positively affects me and it uplifts me, and I leave smiling. And I just had the sweetest interaction with a man who helped me to my car and loaded everything in my car while I loaded my daughter up. And I just love Publix. Honey ended up falling asleep on the way home, and she even stayed asleep for me to transfer her to the crib. So that is a mom win for the day. While she's taking her nap, I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner started. We do the Good Ranchers subscription, and one thing I love about it is I almost always have meat in my freezer, so I know I can always whip something up for dinner. I got about this far into prepping dinner, and my little sous chef insisted on waking up to help me. One thing about me is, no matter how late in the day it is, I will always be making the bed all the way before getting it. Good morning. It is the next day. Random, but I love this deodorant and it smells so good, and I think it's considered clean and non-toxic. I honestly haven't really looked it up that much. Also, what is it with babies and toilets? She's always wanting to play with the toilet or get in the trash can. I do love this deodorant as I put my deodorant on camera. I have also been wanting to try the Primally Pure one. I just haven't done it yet. Random. Oh, I'm telling you, why do you love the trash can so much? I need to leave the house in like 3 minutes. I am meeting my sister to go on a walk this morning, and I think I said this in a vlog ago, but my sister just had a baby. Well, now her baby is a little over 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks old. I mean, very new postpartum, but she's feeling good and wants to go on a little stroll around the neighborhood. And so I'm so excited. I have dreamed of the day where we both have babies in strollers and we can go on a little walk and have sister time. So this is like, I'm so happy for me. My sister and I actually fought a lot growing up, and I remember everyone telling me like, just wait until you get older, you'll be best friends. And I would cry and think, I want to be best friends now, and all those feels. And then like, I feel like everyone in my friend group my whole life has had a sister or a cousin that they're so close with, and they're like best friends, like even now. And I've always been like jealous. I'm like, I just want that with my sister. Like, I want to have that kind of person. And I think these sideburns are like a postpartum thing. I didn't have postpartum hair loss that I noticed, but these definitely were not here before my sweet daughter. Anywho, so I've just always wanted that relationship, and like ever since college, I would say my sister and I have had a good relationship, and we wouldn't fight, but we've never lived in the same city. So we would like FaceTime all the time, and then she moved to Dallas and I would go visit her in Dallas. What I'm trying to say is my sister moved back here to Alabama this year with her husband, and she was pregnant, but now she has her baby, and it's just a really exciting time in my life. So, you know that beautiful relationship I was just talking about that I have with my sister now? Well, there's a chance she's about to kill me because I'm running late, and my sister's a very type A person, which honestly I am too. I like things done a certain way when it comes to me. But when it comes to being a mom and my daughter, I'm very type B, and that's something I did not expect about becoming a mom. It's just how like go with the flow I would be. Like when we have something like this, I'm just like, oh, just honey's fine, grab a diaper, get out the door, whatever. But like, I'm not gonna get out the door without making my bed, if that makes sense. Are there any other moms like that out there where they like things done for them, but there's like type B vibes when it comes to motherhood? Does that make sense? Back home from the walk with my sister, and that was much needed. I love walking with somebody because it makes it just so much more fun and the walk goes by faster. Come here. Ended up walking right at 3 miles, I think she said. So that was much needed, and I loved that time. But now I want to prep something for lunches for the week. This helps me so much, just having something in the fridge at all times that's ready that I can just even eat cold if I need to. And I have nothing. So I'm gonna prep some chicken really quick. And this is something my mom used to do a lot growing up. That's how I know about it. It's apple cider chicken, which sounds weird, but I'm telling you, it is so good. It's just, you gotta try it. I have a bunch of chicken breasts from Good Ranchers, and so I'm going to put, I don't know, maybe 4 chicken breasts in here, an onion, dice up 2 apples, around a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, and then just salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's it. Cook it for like 3 or 4 hours, and then shred the chicken up with a fork. And y'all, it's so good. So good. Please try it. daughter just farted and it was very loud, but it's a good bit later. It's crazy how fast the days go being a mom. It's like I blink and it's 12, and then I blink and it's 4, then I blink and it's bedtime. It's wild how fast it goes. But we played at the house for a little bit and I did some tidying. I did go by my poll to try to vote earlier today, but they were closed and I couldn't vote today. So now I'm at Walgreens picking up some photos because I saw another mom post about putting family photos in like a little album for your baby to play with and like learn faces. And so I thought that would be a fun little activity for Honey to do. So I did a mobile order. I need to go in and pick up those, and then we're gonna run to Publix, get this stuff. Hopefully they have spaghetti squash for dinner because I would love to make that like I was telling you yesterday, and then go ahead, get back to the house, get dinner started. Today's just flying by, but first things first, let's get my daughter out of the car and get these photos. I want to make a video on Instagram or TikTok about things influencers convince me to buy. The Hatch is one of them, and if I think it's worth it or not. I don't really love the Hatch. I mean, like, it's fine, but the one thing I do love about it is how it's wireless. All that to say, Honey fell asleep in the car, and so she's just sitting back here, so I'm gonna sleep now. Who fell asleep, Mom? Alrighty, back to the dinner prep. Publix did have spaghetti squash, so I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 400. The hardest part of this is cutting open the squash. I know this angle is awful, but I thought you might want a good laugh at watching me trying to cut this thing because it is very difficult. If Matt was home, I would totally be making him do this, but he won't be home in time. I mentioned earlier that I went to try to vote today, and I feel like online it's really hard for people to talk about politics, which I understand why, because we live in a world where people just cancel you if you say something that they don't like. So I get why people don't talk about it, because the fear of being canceled and yada yada. But if you know me, I can't keep my mouth shut, and I was actually checking out of Publix today buying this stuff. The gal, we were just chit-chatting how awful the economy is. And I'm like, wow. Like, you know, when she said the price, I'm like, wow, I feel like I got nothing. Then she mentioned, she's like, yeah. I mean, I'll bluntly just say it. She's like, yeah, vote Kamala. And I laughed and I said, how does that make any sense? I was like, we were just talking about how bad the economy is and has been, and you know, she's in office. So it's like, you know, if you I'm thinking to myself, so everyone's saying like we're struggling, we need a change, and that's not a change. I was like, how does that make sense? And she's like, come on, it'd be so cool, the first female is black. And I was like, man, is that really what people are voting based on? The gender of the candidate or the skin color of the candidate? And I'm like, no matter either way that someone is voting, the reason, like, somebody should not vote Kamala because she is black and she is female, just like I don't think anyone should vote for Trump for the reason being that he is a white male. It's like, hopefully people are actually doing homework, educating themselves. They're voting for the candidate whose policies they agree with. So I don't even know why I'm on this rant to get myself canceled before I even get started. Anywho, if somehow someone is listening to this who was like, oh, I actually was going to vote for a candidate because of that reason, can I just encourage you to like research it and find a candidate, either candidate who you support. Like, it's so beautiful that we live in America and that we can, you know, actually vote for who we want. I just think you should find a candidate whose policies you agree with. We're so close, friends. We're so close. Oh, we did it. And then all we do from here is scoop all this stuff out. I'll put a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then I bake it on a baking sheet upside down. Good morning. It is the next day and I am making my coffee to go right now because we're having coffee at a friend's house and having a little girls' morning. Game night was so fun last night and we didn't want the party to stop, so we just said we would meet up this morning for coffee. I really need to hurry because I'm actually going to walk over to the friend's house this morning. She's just about a mile away and I would much rather walk there than drive, so I need to get out the door in 2 minutes. I'm not gonna share this on YouTube or just Instagram and TikTok, but I blend my coffee because I put butter in it. It's a whole story. Just go look up butter and coffee benefits.
One foot in front of the other. There we go.
If she starts walking tomorrow, probably like I'll teach my kid how to
go. Walk it. Walk it. Walk it. Where's Honey?
We're back home. Honey's right here. We're just playing together, but I'm gonna finish this little project I was talking about yesterday about getting a scrapbook and putting photos in it, and so I'm going to put all the photos in here and then see how she likes it.
I kind of want your dad to be the first photo. Okay, this is super cute. We'll make that the first photo.
I finished the book and I put all kind of photos in here. I put some of her and Matt. I put some of just her. That's my brother, sister, my mom, her sleeping. Just all kind of photos of different people in our life for her to look at.
Is that you and Dada?
Are you eating, Uncle Jackson? Like all of my vlogs, I'm pretty sure this one was chaotic and all over the place, but thank you for watching and thank you for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog here. I think I might do a weekend in my life vlog for this coming up weekend, so subscribe if you want to see that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.